So you're thinking of starting a Christmas light business, or you've had one for a couple years and you need to get to the next step. That's what this is for. If you've never started a business before, I'm going to tell you up front that it's super easy. There's no stress. The money's going to be flying in like just dollar bills from the sky. That's total sarcasm. If you haven't done it before, mindset, I'm going to talk a lot about mindset. If you've looked at somebody else that runs a business and you thought, oh, that guy has it made, he's making so much money, he doesn't have to work. You've seen him go on his vacation trip to Mexico and you're like, oh man, I'm super jealous. Like he gets to go on vacation and be with his family and I'm stuck here at an 8-to-5 job and he's out there living his best life. That guy's worked his butt off to get to that point. I mean, absolutely grinded. And more than likely, he's probably working on vacation. I don't like to do that when I'm on vacation or when I'm with my family. I want to be intentional. We're going to talk a lot about that. We're essentially going through a table of contents of what it's like to start a business. But we're speaking right now more in general terms of what it's like to start a business, general mindset terms. But for your table of contents per se of things that we're going to be going through specific to the Christmas light industry, we're going to talk about why it's a good business for you, why there's still room in the market for you to make money and to set yourself apart. That's a big key. Set yourself apart. You're going to need to do that. You're going to need to differentiate yourself. What you need to start and how to do it. So there's going to be breakdowns of specific materials that you're going to need. There's going to be breakdowns of the tools that you'll need. So do I need a ladder? Yes, you need a ladder. Do I need a truck? You probably need a truck. Do I need a trailer? Well, maybe you can get by without one. So we're going to talk about those things and specifically how we set up a few of our businesses in the past to succeed. So we can go from the minimal to the maximum. If you're minimal starting out by yourself, one-man show, to the maximum of you have 8 or 10 employees helping you hang Christmas lights. Startup cost, what it's going to look like in the first year based on that minimum maximum. There's so many variables when you're talking about starting a business. That is the reason we're starting this podcast, is because we can try to help everybody out there no matter what stage you're in or how lofty your goals are. Everybody's goals are different. And don't get caught up trying to meet or reach somebody else's goals. Evaluate where you want to be and what's good for your family and go for those goals. Not some Yahoo on YouTube that says you can start out in your first year and do 600 houses and make $750,000 in your first year. Tell your boss to go shove it and your wife will love you more because you make more money. Don't buy into anything that you haven't really thought through as far as your goals and what's going to benefit your family. We're going to talk about buying lights, what type of lights to buy, what are products that you'll need to get, and what are the products that you'll sell the most of. We'll talk about profit margins of different products and what are your staple product line that you're offering. I'm looking at my phone down here so I don't miss stuff. We're going to talk about target. We're going to talk about marketing. We're going to talk about your target market. What's your area look like? We're going to talk about pricing. Again, these things are all over the place. We're going to give you ideas and what other people are doing so that you can dial in what works for you in your market with your family. We're going to talk about, specifically when it comes to marketing, we're going to talk about, okay, can I just do it on Facebook or should I build a website? What things to post on social media and frequency and how to gain attention from your potential customers. Simple things, how to get your first 10 paying clients. Two of the biggest things and two of the hardest things in business. Number one, the hardest thing in business is employees. So if you're starting out solo, well, hopefully you've got a good employee already. If you're starting out and you want to grow bigger than that, then we're going to talk about taking care of your employees. Do flyers, yard signs, door hangers, do they still work? We'll talk about that. We'll talk about scripts. Not necessarily scripts. I don't believe in scripts, but I believe in the baseline of the topics that you need to talk about with your potential customers. You need to have, let's say I don't believe in scripts. We'll get into that. We'll get into why I don't believe in scripts. I believe in a baseline. You got to start somewhere, and you have to have a method of selling. And that method of selling starts from being on the phone to meeting with your customer to between that, eliminating. We want to vigorously eliminate customers before we have to go meet with them and look at their job, or qualify. Qualify is a better word than eliminate. We want to qualify, over qualify, to make sure that these jobs line up. Pricing, negotiations. You're gonna have some customers that are like, well, can you do it for this? We're gonna talk about the mindset behind that, and are you willing to negotiate or are you not? And should you negotiate? We're gonna talk about systems. This is a big one. So I mentioned employees being the hardest thing, and then customers, getting customers. It's quite a bit easier to get customers than it is to get employees, or to have employees that are really good. So we're going to talk about those things. But processes are going to be one of the most important things in your business, and how to have those processes. Throw it out right now. I use Jobber. If you've heard of Jobber before, we'll put links in the description. If you want to sign up for Jobber, I believe you get a free month if you sign up under it's an affiliate link. So we also, I can't remember what we get, but we may get a free month also if you sign up underneath this. So we're going to walk through Jobber at some point, and I'm going to show you exactly how we set up a new customer, how we go on the bid process, how we keep track of them in our system, what notes we take, what information we keep, how our processes on the phone call and the bid line up with Jobber. So there's plenty other things that we're going to talk about. Put in the comments if there's specific things that you want to know. If we get comments, if I see comments or questions 4 or 5 times from different people, we're going to address it, because we are starting this to help other people out there. We also want to be your supplier. So lawnandlight.com, we supply all commercial Christmas lights. We have great pricing for that. Check that out. That's it for today. We're going to catch back later this week. We're going to start getting into some of the finer details and topics of running a Christmas light business. Appreciate you being here. Remember, love God, love others, and let your work reflect that. We'll catch you on the next one.